Good morning, dear traveler. Welcome to the next carriage. I woke up not a long time ago and I also cried, so my eyes are a bit buffed. I did quite a long meditation in the morning and a breathing session, which is quite cool to do together. It's because it's first like breathing, it does something with the body, and then meditating, it's do something else. So it's quite calming for the mind, but then some things kind of pop in and open up. And I've realized like that I'm coming back to Czech Republic. Like when I left Czech Republic, I've been back twice or three times for quick visits. But like now, we are coming back with the camper van, and so it's kind of like an ending up of an era, and it was very, very amazing, but very painful and eye-opening, and dramatic, crazy time. I've just the car. I've learned so much about myself, about the world, about the society, about other people, that it's just immeasurable. But there is also the cost. Everything costs, and this type of knowledge, it's the cost of it is a huge uncomfort and a lot of pain, because to be getting to the truth about the way how I work, what I do, how I operate, it's deconstructing a lot of programming. And as one realizes, like there's this one thing which I realized, that I've been basically chasing rejection and chasing unconditional love. It's a very painful thing to realize, because it's suddenly everything in my life made very different sense. So that's why I cried this morning, because I realized like how much I had to go through this last year. And now I'm kind of coming back. I feel very different. I see so many things differently, but I'm going to this familiar, environment, which I'm very excited about. But also, it's going to be very interesting to see what does, what else does it reflect me? How do I react to it? How much I can stay in this new me. So it is kind of mixed excitement with bit of worry, I would say, which is, and fear, which is something what I'm trying to work on as well. There is not many things to fear, but this is the old versions of me which lived in a fear and lived in a worry, and that's why they needed to control. And because of course you don't want to be hurt, but what I realized, I've been actually hurt much more, and I have so much more pain in me, because I've been trying to control things around me. That's if does that make sense. Other thing what I've realized is about like being strong. So often we, especially as a male, it's the culture that the men must be strong. The men don't cry. That's why it took me for so long to start crying again. And I realized, the strength isn't just to be physically strong. The strength isn't just to win. The strength isn't just to be tough. The strength isn't just to withstand or endeavor, some complicated time. That being strong also means to cry. Being strong also means to give up, walk away, not talk, be silent. It requires a lot of strength, because we often, or I often feel something, that I want to do something, and I feel my body which is telling me some information like, this feels uncomfortable, you shouldn't be here, or you shouldn't talk anymore. And so often I didn't like carry the action, because I was scared how the other people will react, what they will say. So I wasn't strong. But recently I've shut down a lot of communication. I've very limited who am I talking to. I am much more like respecting my energy levels, how I feel, if I can do that or not. And I am much, let's say, I easier say no. It is still hard for me, but I've created quite a few boundaries. So in that, I feel I found quite a lot of strength in actually doing these things, which looks like that you are walking away, you are failing, you are not achieving, you are not doing things. Like, for example, I see strength in me is the thing that I didn't fall for going and getting a job because that would be the easy way. I'm withstanding this pressure of the society, of my own brain, which keeps telling me, you should be doing something. But I'm doing a shitload. I'm doing the most important job in my life. I am trying to figure out who I am and how I work. And that's bloody hard, So the strength, another thing, depends how you look at it. And there is actually, the other side of each word has two sides. And so often this society is focused only on the things which are the, like this. I'll leave you here because there's a grass cutter and you wouldn't hear me anyway. You have a beautiful day and I'll see you in next one. Thank you for listening and bye.